Hello my friends and welcome to part 185 of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Let's Play series. So first off, in today's video I'll go ahead and change up my accessories so it's more fitting of the solo mode gate that I'm doing today. While some of you may have been hoping I was doing some more My Deck duels, I think it's better to get through the newest gate first before I'm going back. And besides, I don't have all the decks created yet, so I want to give myself more time to get that done. And I have some pretty good ideas for the Bujin Gate, so I hope you enjoy them once I get them, probably next week. Anyway, first off, I should probably put down the verse so that those of you who want to think about it ahead of time can. Here's the live. I need to mute it. Okay, so I got muted, so now I'll put down the verse. First Chronicles 1624. And I'll also put down the timestamp as well. And I'll do the, and I think there's new notifications because there's a new update, so there's probably quite a bit of that I have to get through. But first I'll do the solo mode. So, oh yeah, and I'm starting a bit early because I want to make sure I can get through this all before my plans kind of take a hold for today. Just want to get it over with so I didn't have to do it later in the day. I think I'd rather do it earlier in the day so I can finish it up and make sure I have it out to you guys. And I don't know, maybe people like it being early in the day. It's just how I like to do things though. So hopefully okay with it. Anyway, let's go to the, let's say 3 minutes, solo mode. Here, first I'm gonna get the accessories. I don't think I really need to timestamp this, but I'm gonna like make sure it's looking more like the Eldlich, because that's what I'm doing today. Do I have? If I don't have Eldlich, I can always go with Pumpkin because he's a zombie and Eldlich is technically a group of zombies. Then again, but there's already Vendred, so I don't want to do Vendred again. Okay, I'm just going to do Pumpkin. He's also maybe one that maybe people don't see a lot. I think he's maybe one of the more underrated icons anyway. I don't really have a zombie, so I'm just going to go with Night Festival. Also, it kind of works out pretty well, because it has pumpkins, and Pumpkin is a pumpkin. I'm not going to change that, though. I don't think I have an Eldlich guy here, but DDs I think are more fiends. I don't know if I have a good one. Man. I don't know if it would show the main or not anyway. Technically, Ash Blossom is a zombie, so I guess I'll just go with her. Because she is technically a zombie. Actually, the crown is pretty good because, like, Eldlich is supposed to be, like, the Golden Lord. So I think I'll go with that one. Because I feel like the Ash Blossom one is kind of overused, and I think the crown is maybe more undervalued, maybe a little bit more. And then, do I have a good... I do have an Eldlich wallpaper, at least. That's good. So there's that. Kind of getting ready for the Eldlich solo mode gate. Okay. And I think I did a sneak peek of that, so that's good. Anyway, let's get into this. I'm going to say 5 minutes will be solo mode, Cursed Golden Land. And maybe I'll read it once it gets to 5 minutes though. Golden Land. Okay. So once it hits 5 minutes, I'll start going through the solo mode gate details. Which it's only 10 seconds away, so if anyone wants to pop in and say hi before I do, feel free. Anyway, so the gate details read, Whispers among sailors of the Isle of Gold. Drawn were the many by tales bold. Is it desire or a curse that takes hold? The story begins with a study, we're told. I really like that, like, the Cursed Golden Land has a rhyme. I don't think any of these other ones really do rhyming. So it's pretty cool that this one's like maybe the first one to do rhyming. But maybe if there's another one that does rhyming like that too, maybe somebody can let me know. But I think that might be the first. And I did go through them all technically a second time. Oh yeah, and I do need to calculate up the gems and let you know how many gems you get from doing all the solo mode gates with this one included. I think it probably will be quite a bit, but maybe not as much as you think, because like the big ones that you think maybe you get a lot of gems for, you actually don't. Like the SP deck challenger ones, like there's really only one instance of gems in SP deck challenge 1, and then SP deck challenge 2 has absolutely no gem opportunities whatsoever, which I kind of forgot about that. Anyway, I'm not sure if there's any ones where like they have like multiple gem opportunities, and if they do, like it might just total up to 200 or less anyway. It's always basically 200 gems total for the standard gate, so I know that. So like this gate will get you 200 gems total from the, and it's usually always the very last one, though sometimes it's this one, and sometimes it's a mix of this and this. But I think it's pretty much always past the lock gate. Or no, actually it's not always past the lock gate. Sometimes it's not past the lock gate even. So, but I think a lot of the times it's usually this one, my deck, for the very last duel. But after the lock gate. Anyway, and this is another one where I have to do the final scenario in order to get the gate unlocked. So I think even though I usually do the final scenario in part 2, I think I'm just gonna try to get to the final scenario in this part as well, and just include with all the pre-gate stuff. Maybe I'll like even like have that including the thumbnail, so you know I also did the final scenario. I'll have to see. Anyway, let's get through this, starting with the first scenario here. I could always do the final scenario and then these in part 2 and change up a little bit, but I think I'd rather just do these 4 in part 1 and the last 2 in part 2. It depends on like how long, like when I get there. Anyway, let's do the first scenario here. And I did play quite a bit of Eldlich, so I'm probably going to have a bit of an easier time with this solo mode, since I kind of already have the swing of things, how to play Eldlich. I don't think it's that complicated either, especially when you're playing against the AI. Yeah, so Cursed Land, first of all. This is pretty good because this one like adds the Eldlich to Golden Lord, which he has a pretty good hand effect, so it's not bad. And unfortunately you can only use one of the following. Oh wait, no, you can use each. So after you get the Eldlich, if you have a way to maybe put him in the graveyard because you have another spell or something in hand, and then you like put this into the graveyard in order to special summon out, you can get both effects in a single turn, which is kind of nice. And you can dump the gold land traps that have graveyard effects, so that's kind of nice. Fortunately, a lot of the gold land traps like pretty much can only activate during the end phase, so there's a little bit of a delay there. And then I think they can only activate during the end phase. No. They there's no delay. Yeah, I didn't. Maybe it's a continuous traps that have that delay. But like, looks like a lot of these like kind of like, and some of these maybe like you can only use. Looks like the ones with these ones with graveyard effects. If you use their on-field effect, then you can't use their graveyard effect, but there's kind of a way to get around that by like pitching it to maybe Eldlich or sending it to the graveyard with this card. And then that way, I mean, you can't send these with the Cursed Outland, but you can... Oh wait, you can't send any of the Eldlichs, so pretty much pitching it with the Eldlich, the Golden Lord. And then once you do that, you can like use their graveyard effects without having to use their on-field effect first. So that's kind of cool. You could also technically play Foolish Bit of Goods in this deck, since there's a lot of graveyard-based effects too, and that's a way to get around having to activate them first before you can use their graveyard effects. But they have good enough of activation effects that you don't mind that too much. Yeah, some of them special summon from the deck. This one kind of trades off special summoning from the deck to special summon from the graveyard instead, which is good if all of your copies of Eldlich, the Golden Lord, are in the graveyard. And since a lot of these also can special summon any zombie as long as you control a Eldlich, these like fare pretty well in like basically a lot of zombie strategies as well. So it doesn't have to be just pure. So that's really nice too. It helps you be able to mix archetypes. Anyway, let's go. I'm getting more light orbs, which isn't really going to help with unlocking the gate, since I kind of already like done a sneak peek with my other account. But it will help with unlocking future gates. Or locked gates. Yeah, there was once a gem of profound wisdom. The Philosopher's Stone was the ultimate aspiration of alchemists, the zenith of their ambitions. Once upon a time, many moons ago, famed alchemists from various lands gathered on a desolate island. There they began studying the stone. Decoding ancient manuscripts, they saw its secrets. The ingredients were mercury, sulfur, salt, and the corpses of animals. Ooh, that's not good. But gradually the focus shifted from the lifeless to the living. Domestic animals like cattle and pigs, even wild creatures of all kinds, were given up in sacrifice. And as a result, they finally managed to create what they believed to be the core of the Philosopher's Stone. They rejoiced, believing they'd taken the first step. But that elation was fleeting, their progress stalled. Leaving them bewildered, why does further progress elude us? We have all the ingredients and incantations were spoken correctly. The rituals performed without error. Days of unyielding rituals and sacrifices pass, yet the stone remains unchanged. Then one day a human corpse was washed ashore on the edge of the alchemist's island. The Philosopher's Stone had long been silent, yet those washed up human remains. Deep down the alchemists knew what the stone required. A dreadful possibility they pushed the recesses of their minds. The thought of using humans in the crafting of the Philosopher's Stone. That would be an act that would doom them as heretics. But their desires overpowered the restraint. Soon after offering the body, the stone started pulsing faintly. The alchemists were ecstatic at this incredible achievement. Little did they know, the corpse still held a breath of life. From that moment, the Philosopher's Stone began its metamorphosis. They went further, sacrificing slaves and criminals until they successfully created an object known as the Dark Eldlich. Like it's Eldlich except elixir. The Eldlich hunger knew no bounds. From slaves to commoners to nobility, all were consumed. Wow. Day after day, human lives were offered, and the stone began to radiate. A blinding white light, the alchemist, now completely under its thrall, offered up lives without hesitation, feeding the Eldlich's insatiable hunger. Oh, so that's what that's supposed to be. Absorbing the essence of human life, the stone stained a deep crimson hue, finally awakened. The unleashed power of the Eldlich spread curses born from human desires for life, wealth, and might. Soon it transformed its surroundings into gold in a ploy to obtain more offerings. Whispers of a golden island soon began circulating among sailors. The legend spread to neighboring realms, and treasure seekers flocked to the island, lured by promises of riches. Little did they realize that they were simply moths drawn to the Eldlich's flame. And that's the first scenario. Yeah, pretty standard gate this time. Like where it's basically 2 scenarios, 3 duels, of course 1 practice duel. More orbs here. I would say always try to go for the orbs whenever you can, because you may not need them right now, but it's good to have them later on, because you may have to just go back anyway once enough gates come out. It's always good to have, kind of like a lot of other things in the world, it's kind of good to have more than enough rather than not enough. What makes an Eldlich deck unique? Eldlich decks are characterized by Eldlich, the Golden Lord, and their tactical flexibility thanks to a variety of spoiling spell and trap cards. By setting a spell and trap card or trap card from the field to the graveyard, Eldlich, the Golden Lord, adds itself to your hand from the graveyard and lets you special summon a zombie type monster from the hand and strengthen it. In addition, many of the Golden Land and Eldlich spell and trap cards have effects that can be activated while they are in the graveyard. In addition to the cards in the hand and those you have set, you can also make good use of the cards in the graveyard to move toward victory. Use the effect of Eldlich, the Golden Lord, to your advantage and win the duel in his turn. To deal with the opponent's set card, activate the effect of Eldlich, the Golden Lord. It's cool that it just sends it to a graveyard because it can bypass like destruction effects, but it does target, so it doesn't bypass targeting effects. And it allows the opponent to respawn when they know what you're targeting. Respawn a little bit better. Allows them to actually activate the set card too before it actually is sent to the graveyard. You have successfully dealt with the trap cards your opponent has set, and activate the effects of Eldlich, the Black Awakening, from the graveyard. So yeah, set 1 golden, so Conquistador. Now activate the effect of Eldlich, the Golden Lord, from the graveyard. Hold on, I need to check. I want to check Conquistador. Oh yeah, see, this is the during the end phase. So yeah, I did think it was a continuous traps. Yeah, I knew some of the traps had a little bit of a delay to the. But I think the delay. Oh wait, no, you can only use one Yeah, it's still like limiting you with one of the effects per turn and only once that turn, even though there's a little bit of that delay in the graveyard effect. But yeah, this is a good way to be able to get to graveyard effects without having to activate them first. Eldlich, the Golden Lord, has been added to your hand. Special summon Eldlich, the Golden Lord, from your hand. It's also really cool that you can do both Eldlich's effects in a single turn. And that bonus 1000 and like a little bit of protection is pretty nice. It is increased attack and defense that cannot be destroyed by effects. Let's proceed to battle phase. Yeah, of course I don't really mind Eldlich too much because he also has that sort of like control based strategy, and I think maybe I'm just allured a little bit more to control based strategies, although I don't really mind decks like Sprites. And I guess I may be a little weird, but like Sprites kind of a little bit of a control based strategy too, in a way, just a little bit differently. Instead of using traps, they kind of use monster effects to control. Like how like Elf can can repeatedly special summon to gain more and more advantage, or like especially with the live twins added in, which is kind of cool. Like you can you can special summon out like the one that destroys and then get maybe a draw pretty much every turn, as long as you play your cards right, which is cool. And then of course IP Masquerena for kind of a quick effect disruption as well, in a way. Or maybe like that floodgate sort of effect with the Nightmare Griffin. Yeah, Nightmare Griffin. Yeah, so maybe it's more like incremental advantages. I kind of like am drawn to maybe decks that give like incremental advantages, and it gets to be like more and more, and it adds up to something really great. Anyway, maybe that's because that's kind of how like coding is. Like you kind of like do incremental little things, but eventually it adds up to something really great. Maybe that's one of the things I'm lured in by coding. Maybe that's one of the reasons I like coding. Anyway, here's what you get from clearing. So both of the loner and the My Deck Duel are not terrible this time, because like you get either way, you get 3 copies of a UR card. So that's kind of cool. Like that's not usually how it is. Sometimes it's like you get the UR SR during the My Deck Duel, but like it's just a rare during the loner. But this time, it's 3 copies of UR no matter how you do it. So that's pretty cool. Of course, I'm starting with a loner. Eldlich, the Golden Lord, has a powerful effect because sending a spell or trap card to the graveyard as an activation cost. Keep track of magic and trap cards that are effective in the graveyard to get an advantage in duels. After activation, not only do Golden Land continue trap cards continue to be treated as trap cards after being special summoned as monsters, but also effects that can be activated in the graveyard. Make good use of these tools to achieve victory. Oh yeah, I think like I don't really have a lot to do this time, except for maybe like looking at the news and doing maybe stuff associated with that. But since like I think because like maybe there's a little less, I think I will just go and get it like all the pre-locked gate stuff done this time. Deck description. A zombie type deck based around Eldlich, the Golden Lord. Eldlich, the Golden Lord has an effect that activates in your hand or the graveyard. Make sure to pay attention to the situation outside the field. Activate the effect of Eldlich, the Golden Lord, by sending cards to the graveyard. Choose cards to activate in the graveyard. No fuss, no muss. Use this well to make duels go your way. So yeah, of course, there's some other zombies that kind of take advantage of the fact that Eldlich is a zombie. Unfortunately, it's not really going to help much with the traps, but you're basically just banishing them to gain incremental advantage anyway, so that's not really going to make much of a difference. And Eldlich is basically the guy you want to kind of repeatedly be bringing out anyway. Of course, the X deck has some zombies as well, but some non-zombies as well too. But of course, level 10 guys, level 10. So rank 10s combined with rank 5s, because of course all the yeah, I think pretty much all the traps are level 5, and then like and then the Eldlich is a level 10. The Eldlich is the way you can get into Sky Palace. I think this is a legacy card, a legacy pack card. So that could, so if you happen to pull that, it goes pretty well in Eldlich since it happens to be a rank 10. Of course, Vampire Sucker is also dealing with zombies. Also kind of helps a little bit because you can technically tribute summon Eldlich since he is a level 10 if you don't mind using one of your guys also. But it does get rid of one of your opponent's monsters as well. Actually, no, I think you can tribute two as if there's two zombies. It's of course going to be very beneficial here because my opponent's also going to be playing Eldlich. So I'll be able to make sure I contribute off two of theirs for an Eldlich or Golden Lord. Kind of like a Lava Golem in a way. But like I get the monster instead of them. There's a Pot of Prosperity as well. That's a good card. So anyway. Let's get into this. Yeah, I'll just cover this all in one timestamp, I think. Just to make it easier. Or should I? Yeah, no, I will. Because there's really only one duel, two scenarios, it's fine. I guess I could say 27 minutes is the duel. I'll do 25 minutes. Because I also kind of show off the deck a little bit. So I'm just gonna say Eldlich, Pure, Lona, Duel, and Deck Talk. Yeah, I can go back a little bit to make sure I have that right. Yeah, I'm gonna say 25 minutes is fine. Actually, I'm gonna say 24 minutes. That's close enough. I'll say 24 minutes. Eldlich, Pure, Lona, Duel, and Deck Talk. There we go. That should be good enough now. Since it only took me a few minutes to go through the deck talk, I don't think that's a big deal. There. Now for those of you who just want to get straight to a duel can. I don't think I need to go over the facts though. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, let's go ahead and, yeah, let's do the Pot of Prosperity right away. And luckily I have a lot of duplicates, so it's not going to be that hard to decide. It's not going to make it that hard to figure out what I should banish for it. Technically, with all these duplicates, Extravagance would have been good too, but there's not a lot of drawing for this deck either, I don't think. So Extravagance might actually be a good card anyway. This is for the fusion. I don't have Eldlich right now. I don't think there's any fusion I can go for, which is only Eldlich. Yeah. Could use this for the negate. I think I need to go with the special summon from the deck though. So I'll go with this one. Because I don't actually have Eldlich. Would have been nice if he would have been one of the cards. But whatever. Looks like my opponent already got the powered up Eldlich, the Golden Lord. Yeah, this is a card you don't see that much, but this reduces attack to 0, so it's not a bad card. Just you see Hunquero and the Conquistador a little bit more. Oh yeah, and also I want to say it now, and I'll give you another reminder at the end. If you are enjoying my content, yeah, if you are enjoying my content, please like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, now I can banish that Eldlich from the graveyard. So actually the mirror is actually kind of interesting, since Hunquero can kind of like act as a counter against Eldlich himself, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, anyway, yeah, if you are enjoying my content, please like, share, and subscribe, and consider ringing that notification bell. I think it's more to just help you guys, but I don't think it's, but I do want to say something. I think instead of like doing another Let's Play, I think I'm changed my mind and maybe going in a different direction. But I'm gonna like do a hiatus for this channel. Maybe I'll set up another channel for something else, maybe podcast type episodes. But I have to think about it. Nothing's set in stone right now. I just know I'm pretty much gonna take a break from Let's Plays after the Master Duel is finished. I'm not sure if I'll ever get back into Let's Plays, how long it'll be, but I want to kind of maybe go in a different direction, maybe. I'm still trying to like think. I'm still thinking about it, though. But just so you guys know, so I'm sorry to any of my loyal viewers who maybe want to see another Let's Play, but things are changing in my life, and I think I want to maybe go into a different direction if I decide to get back into videos still. I was thinking about like other directions I could go, like maybe a podcast, so I can maybe like help people stay more focused on the Christian side of things. Maybe that'll help people stay more focused, because I'm not sure how focused people are like on the Christian side of things, which I want to be the main purpose of my videos anyway. Like with like all of the like extra lights added in that are caused by the Let's Play. But yeah, anyway, that's cool, and it keeps the attack decrease. So that's really cool. Oh, so this one's a level 8. So I guess if you technically wanted to add these in, you could add some rank 8s as well. Vampire Sucker. I don't want to do that just yet. But I can do another Hunquero for another level 5 and then go into Constella. Or maybe I should just set a Golden Land. Maybe I'll do this one first. Ooh. Now I can fusion. That could be cool. Maybe I'll go with this one so I can fusion. Also a card that I don't think sees very much play. But what's cool is after I fusion, I can use the Eldlich effect. Ooh, I can take control of one of their monsters. Maybe I'll go with Eldlich to go this one. Just use those two because I don't really have a level 8 guy. And I got another effect. Ooh, looks banishing or maybe destroying. Or it just can't be activated, I guess. Oh, can't be activated this turn. That's kind of cool. So I guess what I can technically do. Oh, it can't activate the effects though. But it's still useful since I can still use it as material. So I can tribute off the Quiro to take control of this one. And it can still be used as material though. Yeah, I'm gonna go send off the Quiro, I think. You could also opt not to special summon it, but then you can't like do the special summon effect again. So I think it's still better. Yeah, this also can destroy stuff too. That's pretty nice. Anyway, so now having it as a Exceeding Tail is good because now they basically lost it. Just need to make sure it's not mine. So that's how you can tell. See, red background means this is theirs, and then blue background means this one's mine. That's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna destroy this one. Cool. And I can still just special summon it, which is really cool. Not sure if I can get game though just yet. Okay. Oh, but he can't attack this turn? Wait, what? Oh yeah, I cannot attack the turn you activate this effect. Kinda stinks. So now after I destroy it, what I can do is I can do her... Oh, but I have to chain this. Because I don't think... Oh wait, this is counted as Eldlich. Whatever, it's fine. So now I'll be able to get the effect of Quiro. And I'll banish the other Eldlich, so now they don't have that either. So I basically made it so that they don't really have an Eldlich engraved now. Get rid of these two. Nice. So now I could go for a Vampire Sucker. But I don't think I want to just... Maybe I should go for Vampire Sucker. I think it's still good. In case my opponent decides to special summon one of their zombies from the graveyard too, it also can get me a draw there as well. Or I can just special summon the Mizuki back to get that draw. I don't know if I want to though. Yeah, I don't think I want to. I'm just gonna end. Now they get that too. Okay. Oh yeah, they kind of need that because I have all the like the other two Eldlich. Guess I'll do this one. Oh, wait. I already had out. Oh, well. Whatever. Okay, I think I'm going to chain that so they can't... No, I don't have to. Cool. And it even works for theirs, so I can lock down another one of their spells and traps. Gang Guardian, okay. Now I can just activate this. Chain the Aquero. So, yeah, I guess I might as well set the elixir. I think I'm just gonna special summon. No, I shouldn't do. Yeah, no, I can do Eldlich because then that will get me a draw. Kinda like that. Now I got a draw. Nice. Should be able to finish it up. Unless my... I might as well just destroy. Okay, fine. You get the Eldlich back. Okay, good. I'm just going to distribute that. Take control of the Aquero. Activate that. Activate. Probably gain the Eldlich. Now I can activate the Eldlich in hand to get rid of another card. And that's kind of annoying. Sure, whatever, it's fine. You know what? Maybe they only have... Maybe my opponent only has two. Or at least this one locks up one. Well, now, I might as well do this. Of course, any zombie that's pretty cool. I still think I'm just gonna go with Eldlich. I think Sky Pass. Yeah, Sky Palace is a hard once per turn. So I think I'm just gonna do this one now. Probably get rid of this one, I guess. Special summon it. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Hopefully my opponent doesn't have any more shenanigans. That's annoying. I guess I might as well activate this. Man. Yeah, I guess I might as well. I'll set the Omni Negate. No. Dang it, now I can't win. Yep. Not enough. Okay, I think I better go for this then. Yeah, attribute that off. Okay, and guess. Okay, now I can do the Haquiro. This deck is also sort of annoying because of all the advantage you basically get every turn. So the mirror is kind of annoying too. And this is one of the decks where the mirror might be kind of hard. Because like, it's basically like you kind of have to be smart on how you play your cards within the mirror. But luckily, I don't think as many people are playing Eldlich nowadays, so you may not have to face the mirror nearly as much. I'm just gonna do this now. Tribute off this guy to negate. And a lot of the cards also kind of work well against the mirror too. That's another thing, like the Aquero, like banishing the Eldlich, also works pretty well against the mirror, since the Eldlich is, like, the Eldlich can only like get its graveyard effect if it's actually able to go to the hand first, but there's that window you can use Aquero during. But you basically already need Eldlich to go Lord during that window. Well, actually, maybe not, because you can just chain another one that gives you Eldlich. Yeah, so that should work. Of course, I didn't have the Queer. Oh, and also the fact that Eldlich ascends means like that, like, yeah, this can target this, and it can still just send since it's not actually destroying it. Whatever. Okay, now they got the counter trap. It's just super annoying. Now I guess I might as well do the elixir here. Yeah. Oh, that's cool that I can get back Eldlich to Marigold Lord with this. I guess I might as well do Elixir Black Awakening. Maybe I will do Una Zombie at this point. I don't have any synchros though. Doesn't really help very much since it only locks it down for this turn and the turn's almost over. I'm just going to tribute this off, take control of that, good. Okay, now I can do the Eldlich, tribute off this. Kind of don't want to special summon though, because I want to be able to like send something to the graveyard. Maybe. They need a tribute though in order to activate it, so I think I might as well do the Omni Negate again. I guess this one. I'll send that to the graveyard. Send this to the graveyard. Yeah, that was Quisador. Still sending to the graveyard though, so that's good. Now I can lock down one of the cards. Good, and now I think I got it. Because that last one's the Omni Negate, which it can't even use. Ah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, it was a bit long because, of course, like the incremental advantages I'm talking about. You can't really be sure. It's kind of hard to have a meal like that sure when we're both getting incremental advantages all the time. Anyway, yeah, I need this one in order to unlock the gate. I'll show you that how that is. Icon Eldlich the Golden Lord, an icon depicting a Golden Lord who has received the curse of Magic Stone. The Golden Land King, with his enduring presence, searches for more desires, and this also will unlock the associated secret pack, which I think is a pretty good time to be like opening it anyway, because I think like for some more limited time, perhaps you can get the alternate on Eldlich still. But I'm not sure if that went away or not. I guess we'll have to see. And here's the appearance cards. Should I label? Maybe I could label 52 minutes final scenario. I'll say Eldlich final scenario. Final scenario and secret pack discussion. I'll just do that. There we go, close enough. Anyway, so here's Guardian of the Golden Land, Conquistador of the Golden Land, Queer of the Golden Land, Cursed Outland, Elixir, Scarlet Sanguine, Eldlich the Golden Lord, Golden Land Forever, Eldlich the Golden Lord. See, oh, they have both arts here. That's cool. Seven Cities the Golden Land, which is another fusion summon spell. I was using the... Oh wait, no, this is the one that I was using. Pretty cool that lets you fusion summon every turn as long as it's on the field. Or your turn, basically. Anyway, it's final scenario, shouldn't take that long. Amidst a raging storm, I saw an island shining brilliantly. From the accounts of astounded sailors, tales of the Golden Island spread. From pirates who heard the rumors to conquering armies from distant seas. The curse that Elixir indiscriminately poured onto all living things. Gold, as they say, is forever. Due to the curse of the Elixir, bodies do not decay, instead turning into mindless undead. Many humans were sent to the island to bring back its glorious treasures, never to return. Over time, the island became a fairy tale, spoken of in taverns, often called the City of No Return, or Cursed Outland. Huh. It's cool. Is that what Outland stands for? No return? I don't know. Once again, a new group of soon-to-be victims landed on the island. Scholars from a distant kingdom has been sent to investigate the island, with mercenaries to protect them. But among the mercenaries, one man was unlike the others. He was quiet and reserved, but had formidable strength, and in his eyes gleamed an unshakable will. He bowed the beasts of the island and the wretched and cursed undead. Relentlessly, silently, he pressed forward, cutting each of them down. When he finally reached the castle gates and looked back, no one else remained. Were they swallowed by the curse of gold? Perhaps he himself had unknowingly cut them down after they had turned into undead. He no longer had employers to protect. Nevertheless, he entered the castle. Inside, there was no sign of life. In the basement, he found a magical red stone floating menacingly in the air. Although he had no knowledge of alchemy, he understood just by looking at it that was the source of this island's curse. He reached out and touched the stone. Oh, so he's gonna touch it anyway, even though he knew it was the source. Suddenly, in the screams of the thousands of souls it had absorbed. No, I don't want to die. I hate them all, every single human alive. Gold, look at all that gold. He he he. Money, money, money. Kinda sounds like Mr. Krabs, huh? Maybe not all of that. Yet, even when exposed to these desires, his soul did not waver. With his strong ego, he released the immense greed he had kept hidden and swallowed the malevolent desires whole. On that day, Eldlich the Golden Lord was born into the world. It makes one wonder why there was a throne in an ownerless castle. Perhaps the Eldlich itself had long intended such a human to visit the island one day. Now the new ruler of the Golden Land sat upon the throne as if it had been his all along. How much time has passed since he first sat there? For the unwavering Golden Lord, the concept of time is meaningless. People hearing rumors of the Golden Land continued to visit the island, and all were sacrificed to the Elixir. The Golden Lord desired more. More power, more wealth, and more life. More wars, more victories, and more desires. As if answering the roar of his soul, the Elixir shone mysteriously. The Golden Lord, with all of Eldland's dark power concentrated within him, became a mad demon king and began to expand his reach to the outside world. People are still unaware of the peril that approaches, cloaked in glittering gold. Yeah, that's why his name becomes Eldlich the Golden Lord whenever he's fusion summoned. Yeah, I already read that. See? So now you see the gate is unlocked because I got the icon. So it wasn't locked before, but now it's automatically showing as like the unlock symbol, the unlock glittering symbol. So okay, so I basically proved it. So you still have access to this. I think it's still for a few more days though, so this is probably a good time to be trying to get the secret pack anyway. Because it's only available, the alternate art of him is only available for 37 days. So that's basically how much time you want to get through the newest solo mode gate if you really want the alternate art of the Eldlich, either because you plan to play the deck or maybe because you want to collect every single card, including the alternate arts. Which, either way, I think it's fine. Just remember that, like, it might just take a bit of gems. You could always craft it though. I think you can still craft it after he's gone. So I think you can still craft the alternate art even after this 37 days is up. So if you could also just do it that way. I'm pretty sure you can craft the alternate art. Could be wrong though, so if anyone wants to let me know that I'm wrong about that, my apologies. Anyway, Crimson, and then there's also a few vampires in here as well, so you can basically get 2 opportunities to access this. If you're not done with the vampire solo mode yet, also, and then of course if you're not done with the elixir, because I'm pretty sure there's a vampire solo mode gate. Maybe I'm wrong about that too, but I'm pretty sure there is a vampire solo mode gate as well. So anyway, vampires are also pretty cool because like a lot of these also like work pretty well. Like if you just happen to be playing these levels anyway, you might not be able to get the really good, like, I mean, it might not be as easy to steal monsters so that you can like use those monsters as material, but if you're already playing the levels, it shouldn't be too hard. And it's not like level 5 or level 6 are like the absolute hardest like levels to have in your deck and then ranks to go into. Of course, Eldlich probably works a little bit better with this guy since the traps are level 5. And then Eldlich, and also Vampire Soccer actually works pretty well with the Eldlich since a lot of the cards can like special summon zombies from the graveyard, either like Mizuki or Eldlich with his own effect, or Eldlich of Scarlet Sanguine, or some of the other Eldixirs. Pretty cool though. Yeah, this isn't really used a lot, but maybe the only thing about this is that like if this is in the graveyard, it's no longer treated as Eldlich or Golden Lord. So that what that means, if you don't already have, oh wait, no, you can still special summon it though from the graveyard with this, even if you don't control an Eldlich, because all it needs is use special summon Eldlich. So there's technically more than just the Eldlich or Golden Lord as Eldlich monsters. But basically these are supposed to be just his other forms. And maybe the fact that like it's not treated as Eldlich or Golden Lord while in the graveyard, maybe that like kind of shows like how he's been defeated, and so I don't know. Maybe there's some lore around that too as well. Vampire Voivode. Yeah, some more vampire stuff as well. Of course you could also run vampires with the Eldlich. I'm not sure if that's going to be shown off in the loners, but who knows. Maybe I can even show it off in one of my non-loner decks when I do that, when I eventually get to Eldlich. But yeah, of course, vampires work pretty well because they're also zombies. So basically any zombie archetype. This one specimens straight from the deck, so that's a pretty nice card for vampires too. Probably want to definitely have that and a few copies of some of the, like the dog and the bat also, but looks like they're both fairly low rarity, so shouldn't be hard to pick up anyway. Some of these vampires kind of just stink, but I think you want the domain. Desire isn't too bad. Some of these other ones, like, I guess it maybe more depends on preference. But yeah, the field spell is pretty good, and takeover isn't bad. And of course the SRs, like you probably want 3 of the Eldlich or Scarlet Sanguine. I think you want 1 or 2 of the Domination, at least. Probably 1 of the Golden Land, if I remember how the ratios work. This you might want 3 of though, since it is a pretty awesome card, since anything that's special summoned straight from the deck isn't bad. It also doesn't even negate the effects, that's very nice. Maybe 3 of the Faline, since she also has a pretty nice, she has a pretty easy special summon condition too, and she can protect your monsters through the paying of life points. Yeah. Anyway, of course, there's the alternate Eldlich. Some people just play one, but like I feel like the less you play, the more susceptible you are to like if it just gets banished, and then maybe like it's harder to because usually I don't think you really play like ways of like countering acting like it being banished, and so it might be kind of hard to make a comeback if it's just simply banished. So that may be why you may want to play like multiple copies of the Eldlich or Golden Lord. I think you still can. I'm pretty sure it's not limited or anything. I think Eldlich is I think at fairly full power, at least with the pure stuff. Maybe not like skill drain is still limited. So maybe a few of the floodgates that they used to play are still kind of limited. There's a bat and a dog. But yeah. Anyway, I think you might want to play 3 of each of the bat and the dog for the vampires too. But luckily they're both rares. Anyway, there's a secret pack. Now I'll go through the Master news. So, 1 hour and I would say 7 minutes will be Master news. Yeah, I think I should still have time. Should still be good on time. Okay, so I'm gonna wait until it says now it's 7 minutes, but I'll go into it so I'm ready. And you can maybe have a little bit of a sneak peek here. I'll just look more in detail at the section pack after I go through all the news too. Okay, so here we go. So, a new selection pack is here. So, Return of the King. So, it looks like Earthbound and Tistina. Oh, I think one of my friends tried out Tistina. So, the thing about Tistinas is that, like, they kind of like, putting monsters face down and kind of like gaining advantage off of like opponents face down monsters. Yeah, like this one can send all face down cards the opponent controls to the graveyard. That can include monsters and back row. So that's also really good for clearing up back row. Like even if they don't have a lot of face down monsters, it can clear up a lot of maybe back row if they're playing back row. But yeah, there's also cards that like can like put them face down. And so it's a deck that can like also use like some of the books pretty well as well. The ones that like put them face down. And then if they can like get rid of the face down before the end turn, like the one that like flips them all face up and the opponent draws a bunch of cards. Well, if they don't have any face down monsters at that point, or the Tistina player just wins before that, they don't have to worry about opponent drawing cards off of that. Oh yeah, and in case anyone still cares about Indomitable Pride, it ends at March 7th. So, I'll get a better look at that later, but... So... They're still talking about the Sword Soul Structure Deck giveaway. Yeah, and I just don't know when it ends, though. Does this just never end? Maybe this is just like an ongoing campaign. I thought there was an end date for this, but I think it's still going on. Anyway, and then of course a new season ranked duels because we're in a new month, the month of March. I think it ends a little bit before the month of March, but yeah. Oh yeah, and even if it says that like even if it has that red writing where it says like your score will not be tallied, like even when they have that, that's not an indicator that you can't rank up, because like I was still able to rank up even though I was still seeing that. Here's a few accessories too. I guess I didn't get a good look at these accessories just yet. So, Noble Arms, Caliburn, a sacred sword with a long history, wedged in stone deep within the forest. They say that whoever can pull it out will be fated to become king. So, kind of like the King Arthur. Oh yeah, that, like, Noble Arms is supposed to be based off of the story of King Arthur. Snake Eyes, Flamberge Dragon, a huge flaming dragon with sinful spores on its head. Keen eyes and a body imbued with blue flames speak to its formidable strength. Actually, kind of a cool one. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it anytime soon, though. Sinful spoils of subversion, snake eye, an icon depicting a sphere pulsating with energy, being an eye, a jewel, or some other curiosity is simply stunning nonetheless. But I will get at least as many of the icons I can and accessories I can get before I finish off this Master Duel Let's Play series here. And I will definitely still talk about all of them in maybe one of the final episodes or the final episode. And then the survey here, I don't think you actually get any rewards for this, so take it if you want, but it's not that big of a deal if you don't want to. I think they would say if you would get rewards. Yeah, usually they show it, so doesn't look like you get any rewards for that survey, but it's off of the 2 February events, which are Legend Anthology and Acceleration and Synchro and Link Festival. Anyway, let's go into the section pack now. Look a little bit. So this can just be part of the Master Duel news though section. I'll just say it's part of that section. I also got a few more secret packs, but wait, is it not there yet? Hold on. Is that just a notice? That might be just a notice. Because it was supposed to be an update, so I thought it was supposed to be there. Because it was like a maintenance break. Oh. So it's not there yet. So because it was like some kind of update, but maybe it was just to get ready, like input these news so you can get ready for it. That's kind of weird. I thought they would have it in there because there was an update that you were forced to download. Maybe that was more of just a bug fixing update though. I don't think anything big came in because that was just a notice. So I'll talk. I can go over that slasher pack in more detail when it actually shows up then. Here, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over, missions. I'm gonna go through my missions, try to get them finished up, and then I can do the secret pack, the Bible verse discussion after that. So I'm gonna say 1 hour and 13 minutes are gonna be Master Duel missions. I can at least get through the ones for this account. Close enough. Ooh, that's kind of weird. What? I didn't see this before. Wow. This is kind of crazy. It was still on the home page. And it was loading in the background. I'm not sure if that's something that they intend to have or not. Weird. Oh yeah, here's the Sinful deck versus, I don't know. But maybe I should change it so I see both players' hands. Oh wait, it's not 11 o'clock. Oh wait, no, it is 11 o'clock. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, good. Good, I still got credit for it. Yeah, it's a reset time for me. Looks like I only have 5 here though, so I think I'm just gonna not do it today. Not do any of the missions today. Since I'm good on them. So, it's basically just Duel Live. So now what I'll do is I'll say 1 hour and 15 minutes I'll go through the Bible verse discussion. Wait a few seconds. And of course, if anyone has a Bible verse they do want me to discuss, you can feel free to leave it here in the comments and I will try to get to it in order of like when people have commented that. So here's the Bible verse for today. Declare his glory among the nations, his marvelous works among all the peoples. 1 Chronicles 16:24. Or how YouVersion puts it, declares glory among the nations, his marvelous deeds among all the people, among all peoples. So basically getting rid of the before peoples and saying deeds instead of works, but basically the same. So declares glory among the nations. So of course his being Jesus, as pretty much always. Declare his glory among the nations. So basically this is talking about like both of these sections. His marvelous works among all the peoples is basically telling you, go out wherever you can and just discuss, like basically what I'm doing here. Like you can either discuss it through maybe basically reading a chapter and maybe discussing it a little bit if you want, but like even simply just reading a chapter can be like pretty good. Because at least like reading a chapter to someone else, like sharing a chapter with someone else, whether or not you do discuss it a little bit or not, like that's a good start, I would say. But yeah, but I think having like it turn into a discussion is still good, like just to make sure both of you have got the meaning, because some verses are a little bit hard to get the meaning of than others. And it's probably best to like try to like have like both people contribute something, just in case like I know that's not exactly what I'm doing, but I'm hoping I can like start it up, and maybe like if I move into podcasts, I'll give people more of an opportunity to open up. That's why if I do want to move on to something else, I think podcasts might be a good way to go. And then that way you're not distracted by the lights and sounds of a video game. And of course the podcast can be more than just like talking about Bible stuff. I can like do sections with like Yu-Gi-Oh! Maybe I can like even do a few of my friends, get them in. But nothing's set in stone just yet. And yeah, if anyone else has any ideas they can have, maybe like maybe you could give me ideas to help me out, maybe spread the word a little bit more, or if they have stuff that they want to share about like how they help to spread the word, you can feel free to share that as well. Of course, when I say the word, I mean the Bible word. Anyway, let's move on to the Goosebumps. And while I'm doing the Goosebumps, I'll be doing it in the Legacy Pack, because I don't mind if you like maybe distracted a little bit by the Legacy Pack, and then that kind of way it kills two birds with one stone. I just don't really want to do extra stuff during the Bible verse discussion, because I want people to be paying attention to Bible verse discussion. But if you pay attention not to Goosebumps, I'm okay with that, since this is more of just a for fun discussion. Anyway, the next Goosebumps, I was able to get through the next one now, so now I can talk about the Werewolf of Fever Swamp. This one was one of the longer TV adaptations too. It's like a two-parter. Like some books they turn into two-parters, which is kind of cool. Even if it's not technically a two-parter for the book itself. It still makes sense that they could do that, because then maybe it can like adhere to the book a little bit more. But like there's still a lot of stuff that they take out. Anyway, so Legacy Pack. So yeah, I'm gonna also put this in. So I'm gonna say 1 hour and 20 minutes will be. So Legacy Packs and Goosebumps. there. Okay. I still have my special tickets, but it doesn't expire for a while. And since Mosquito isn't an SR, I'm just gonna do regular because I really want Mosquito, which is a UR. So I will definitely, I mean, I might still be able to get them from the special tickets, but I'd rather just focus on the regular. Because I'm not sure if the special tickets lowers my chance of getting UR or not. But at least this way I open more packs. Still didn't get a Mosquito, but I'll go through all of these while I'm talking about the verse. I mean, not the verse, the Goosebumps. Okay, so the Goosebumps, so it's Werewolf of Fever Swamp. So here is the compare and contrast between the film adaptation and the book adaptation. So, of course, with the book, they were able to describe a little bit more about the rabbit and the deer that got killed. Of course, they couldn't really show it very much in the film adaptation, which makes sense because that probably would have been too much for its intended audience. And then and so that was kind of just a small difference. So in order to but in order to really get the get the full idea of how gruesome it was with the animals, you kind of have to just read the book for that, because of course it can go into a bit more detail in the book, since it's not showing anything, it's just telling you about it, which is a little bit different. It's a little bit different. Anyway, anything else? Some of the similarities. Oh yeah, another difference was that the girl wasn't really going out with the sister wasn't going out with the brother as much, but they still spent quite a bit of time together in the house at least. So, but I kind of like how she also went in the swamp as well, maybe strengthening their bond a little bit more in the book. And also the friend, there was only the one friend that was a boy. Of course they pretty much had to have the friend that was a boy teaming up with Grady. I don't know if they changed names or not. I think they might have kept them the same. Usually that's not a change. But yeah, anyway, his friend, of course that the boy had to show up because he turned out to be the werewolf, and the girl, and of course the hermit still had to be there because the hermit was still they were still wondering if he was a werewolf or not. But I kind of like how the hermit kind of pretended he was the werewolf to kind of I don't know why he would do that though. But it makes sense that he would capture the main character in the TV show because maybe he was just protecting him. But I feel maybe in the part where he said I'm the werewolf to scare them off, I'm not sure if that really makes as much sense. Kind of makes him seem kind of a jerk, because that wasn't even the truth. I don't know. So maybe that, the way, the hermit, went about things in the film, maybe in the TV show, maybe I liked a little bit more the TV episode. So that I might have liked a little bit more, but I kind of like the bond between the brother and sister being a little bit closer in the book. I kind of like that a little bit more about the book too. So there were pros and cons each. But overall, I also like that they kept the ending where it turned out he was actually bitten. But I think it was more clear that he was bitten in the book than in the TV show. But that just made the surprise a little bit... But that just made the surprise a little bit more shocking. So maybe I'll go with the TV version this time. I don't know. But I did like that, like, they made the bond a little bit closer with the brother and sister in the book. So I'll give the book credit for that. And also, like, I kind of never really like when they, like, just decide to just take out one of the characters completely. It kind of, but, like, I'm not sure if it was that big of a deal this time. I don't know if it was, like, as noticeable. Anyway, that's going to be it for the Goosebumps. If anyone else wants to continue the discussion, the verse of the Goosebumps, further, you can maybe, like, leave, like, a quick message here, or you can like leave or you can leave some comments. The verse I want to go in the appropriate place, unless you want to talk about a different verse, which is fine too, but try to put that in a different place, I would say. Start up a different comment thread for that, because I want the main pinned comment thread to be on the verse, the main verse that I'm talking about here, the one that I put in the stream itself, and as like the very first message, and also in the description. I also put in the description. But yeah. Oh yeah, and also about the legacy packs here. So my favorite card, I don't know. I like that I got a hollow topaz. That's kind of nice. This one might not be too bad, honestly. But this one kind of reminds me of when Orgoth made it into Duel Links. That was kind of fun. I already do have multiples of the topaz though. Cyber's Accelerator. I'm not sure how good that is for Cyber stacks actually. Ooh, Time Wizard. Maybe I'll give it up to Time Wizard this time. Although it is kind of cool that I got another Black Illusion for the Dark Magician deck, even though it's never used. Yeah, so I guess I'll give it up to Time Wizard because it's a hollow. It also finishes up my playset, and it's kind of cool because it's one of the more iconic Japanese animation-esque cards also. So that's cool. I'll give it up to Time Wizard for those purposes. But if anyone wants to talk about and also like this, like you can use the comments as another opportunity to discuss either a large portion of the pack or maybe just a few cards out of the pack. You can basically make that as whatever you want. I don't mind whatever you want to discuss. I'm fine with, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. You can even feel free to message me on Facebook about that kind of stuff too. And we still got room for you in the high tab group. If anyone wants to join, you can also message me about that. And I can see if... And you should be able to get in pretty easily though. But anyway, I'm going to pretty much end it right there. So just as a reminder, if anyone does enjoy my content, please like, share, and subscribe. And considering the notification bell more for your benefit. Although I'm not sure how like much of a help that will be if I go on a hiatus, but maybe in case I ever come back, you'll be able to be notified about that. Although I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing more videos on this channel. It might just be moved to a different channel, but I could still make a community post about that if I do decide to move to a different channel, putting it in different kind of content. Because I kind of want to make a themed name too. I don't really mind if I move to a different channel. I think it might be better to start fresh anyway, because I don't really have a ton of subscribers. It might hurt me a little bit, but like I'm not really doing it for to try to get money off of this, because I'll probably be able to get, because I'm hopefully getting a nice job that's already gonna bring me that. Like the YouTube thing is more just to help out my high table group a little bit more, and also maybe help people in their spiritual journey a little bit more. So anyway, that pretty much does it with today's episode. I hope to see a lot of you in... Oh yeah, and if you want to help me out a little bit more, you can use the affiliate link. At least that, like, at least the affiliate links can like carry over from one channel to another. So that's at least nice. Like, and that can like more indirectly benefit with me with money even before I reach 1,000 subscribers, which is pretty nice though. Definitely no pressure in that either, as I said. Anyway, I hope to see a lot of you in the next Let's Play, which will be finishing up the Eldlich solo mode. Bye everyone.